Hi everyone, this is Glenna with Crafts by Glenna. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I wanted to do a video today to show you how to make a door hanger. But first, I wanted to show you, I just got these in the mail today, my brand new Stampin' Up! Catalogs. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like a catalog, drop me a message and I will be glad to get details to you. I wanted to share a door hanger project with you because right now we are in shelter at home, so wouldn't it be great to leave a little door hanger with some goodies in it for your neighbors or friends? This is a project for my June class, so we will not be making that today. We'll be making something similar. So I wanted to show you a little bit simpler version, something that you could make with your kiddos. I wanted it to be simple where you could use some of the things you have at home. And we're going to use the same pattern. We're going to just use a little bit different paper. So today we're going to use Blueberry Bushel. So this is a color that is retiring. So if you would like this color of cardstock, it is only available until June 2nd. I will put the link to my Stampin' Up! Store in the comments below. This paper is 7 inches by 4 inches. I'll also leave dimensions down in the description. And then we have a piece that is 6.5 inches by 3.25 inches. And so I'm just going to go through this scoring process with you. And I'm using my Stampin' Trimmer, but you could also, if you're making this at home with the kiddos and you don't have a trimmer, you can use a ruler and a straight edge, and you could still score that if need be. So we're going to score the long side at 3/4 of an inch. And 1 1/4 inches. Five 1/4 inches. And 5 3/4 inches. And then we are going to score the short side at 2 inches. And 2.5 inches. So your piece should look like this. I'm not sure you can see my score lines there. So I am going to grab my bone folder and score these. And this is going to make our box for a door hanger. And, oh, there it is. With the new Stampin' Trimmer, you do have to go a couple times. I kind of missed a little bit of that score line. So you're going to have something that looks like this. And then I made a little template here. Let's see if you can see that. And the TNT marks stand for tear and tape. That's where we're going to put our tear and tape. So what you want to do is you want to trim away this part right here. And then we want to cut up to this score line. And I left both of these in there just for some extra reinforcement. So then we want to trim up to this score line and trim here. And then we want to cut this part away. So you have a piece that looks like this. So you can see that that matches our little template. And so then what we want to do is we want to use our tear and tape. And I want to show you a little trick that I use with my tear and tape. I attach it to my cardstock, and then I take my stamping block. This is actually a paper pumpkin block. It's got the sharp square edges. So if you've purchased from me, with your first purchase, I always send you one of these blocks. And I love it for tearing the tear and tape, because it seems like when I do it with my fingers, I always tear the cardstock as well. So I'm putting 2 strips of tear and tape down here. You always want to use tear and tape or the multi-purpose liquid glue when you're doing 3D projects so that they hold together. So we're going to put our tear and tape there. Then we need some on these little tabs right here. And there we go. So we are going to put this together, and I found that it's really important to get it nice and square. So I like to take this off first and make sure that it is nice and square right there. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Get that nice and square. And then we're going to use this, we're going to attach it like this to our door hanger. So I will show you the door hanger. And what I did here is use the 2-inch punch, and I just slide it all the way in and center the cardstock. And oh, actually we need to put our, I was going to do some designer series paper on here first. Let's cut that first. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to use this gorgeous piece of Sia Silhouette Designer Series paper. This is also on the retiring list, and I thought it matched perfectly with the Blueberry Bushel paper. So our piece of, we need 2 pieces of DSP, and the first one needs to be 6 3/4 by 3 3/4, and the second one needs to be 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I wanted to show you a little trick that I do when I'm cutting paper. I always cut the smallest dimension first. So that would be the 3 3/4, because that will leave you a larger scrap of paper to work with. So then we need 1 piece, and it works out great on this because both pieces need to be 3 3/4 wide. So we need one that is 6 3/4 long, so I'm going to have to extend out my arm on my trimmer, and let's do 6 3/4. And then the other one we need is 1 3/4. Then what we want to do is we're going to put this on the front, and I think this is going to be covered up, so I think I want that blue to show just to make it match there. So to use some multi-purpose liquid glue just because this is a three-dimensional project. And look at the back of this. Isn't that gorgeous? You could use this as well if you wanted to, but I really wanted to use this side. So we're going to put our multi-purpose glue in here. And I love using this because it gives you some wiggle room, gives you a little time to adjust it to get it exactly where you want it. So I just want to center that on there. Perfect. And then now we will use our circle punch. So we're going to slide this all the way in, center it, and punch. And I think we should save this little guy because we can use him for our alphabet. So then we have our little pocket that goes on the bottom. So we want to remove this turn tape. I should be using my taker pick for this. Makes it much easier. So now we're going to fold this over and we're going to line it up on the very bottom, just like this. And you'll notice that I did not put any tear and tape on the bottom. I just felt like this was plenty to do it right here. Okay, we're going to press that on, and there's our cute little pocket. Be great to put some candy in. So then I want to put this on the front. Let's see, do we want it this way? I think we want it this way to match the top. So we're going to take our multi-purpose glue again, and we're going to put this on here. And I did not design this ahead of time. I just cut out my cardstock. A lot of times my customers always ask me, where do you come up with your ideas? So I just thought that I would show you how I work as I'm designing. So I think we need to do something with this, but I also wanted to use this Daisy Lane stamp set. So we are going to use the large punch, or the large stamp, I'm sorry, and the small stamp, and have some Whisper White cardstock here, and I have some Pineapple Punch ink, and I also have some Grapefruit Grove. And those colors are going to match beautifully with what I'm doing. So let's do the large flower in Grapefruit Grove. And I'm going to go ahead and do two, just in case I want to use more than one. And then I'm going to do the small one. Now, one of the things that's really important when you're stamping and you're using a punch, if you look at these punches, you always want to make sure that you stamp straight up and down because it's much easier to punch them out when you have it lined up there. So let's do another small one in the Grapefruit Grove, and then need to grab my Stampin' Chamois and clean my Stampin' Chamois is very well loved. Love, love, love my Stampin' Chamois to clean my stamps. So then I'm going to turn this so that it's easier to punch. I'm going to go ahead and stamp some small ones. So we're going to do 2 small ones and 2, let's see, let's turn this way so we have enough room to punch. So we're going to do 2 of these in Pineapple Punch. Okay, now we will take our large Daisy Punch, which I am so glad is carrying over to the new catalog. And again, because I stamped the flower straight up and down, it is super easy to just line that up and punch those out. It is a little harder to do when you are on a camera and trying to do it from above. And my paper is caught in there. So we're just going to repunch. Okay. Let's punch the rest of these. Love, love, love how these look when they're punched. So pretty. Alright, so then let's do these small ones. One of the tricks with the Stampin' Up! Punches is if you just grab it, just barely push down with the punch, it grabs it, but it still lets you move your paper around a little bit. So then you can fine-tune your position so that you can get that exactly the way you want it. Perfect. Let's do this one. And I do love to double these up, so that's why I'm making extras here, because it just adds a lot of dimension, especially with this door hanger. We're going to want to make it pop, and can you imagine some excitement when they see your beautiful project on their front door? This would be great for your child's teacher or grandma and grandpa or a neighbor. You could put a gift card in it. You can put some candy. You can put a home-baked cookie in it, wrapped in a bag with a bow on it. Be so cute. All right, we have all those punched. So now we're going to take our box, and I'm going to use this ribbon to just tie it around here. So let's and this ribbon is definitely on the retired list or possibly already out of stock, but you could use any kind of ribbon. There's some beautiful white ribbon in the current catalog that would work perfectly for this. You can also take the white ribbon, and if you have a Stampin' Blends marker, you can color the white ribbon. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you my glue dot trick for ribbon. This is a lifesaver. So if you take a mini glue dot, you pick it up with your pick tool, and you put it down where you want the knot on your ribbon to be, and then you tie your knot, and you just put your ribbon down. This works for any kind of ribbon. I do this all the time, so that way you're not trying to fiddle with the ribbon. Makes it so much easier. Okay, so we're going to take this around like this. And tying ribbon standing up filming is much more difficult than it is doing it at my craft table. All right, so there we go. Super cute. Let's take our scissors, and usually use my fabric scissors on the ribbon, but this ribbon cuts great with the paper snips. Okay, so then we've got this piece. It's just so cute, we have to use it, but I don't really like it on there. There we go. This is what we want to do. Okay, so I like to take two of these and put them together. So I'm going to take a glue dot, put it in the center of the flower, maybe, there we go, and then I like to alternate the petals on here. Actually, let's curl this a little bit with the bone folder first. I think my glue dot went walking there. Okay, I'm going to show you. It works much better to just use your pick tool with your glue dots. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. And let's take our bone folder and just curl those petals a little bit. There we go. And then let's curl the other one. And then we just want to alternate those petals. So I'm going to put it just like this. And that's not exactly the way I want it, right there. There we go. All right, so then I want to take my smaller flowers, do the same thing. Let's curl those with the bone folder. And let's get our glue dot, put one in the center here, and let's put this flower alternating right there. And then I'm going to get another glue dot, put it in the center. And let's curl this one. And put it right there. Okay, I love how that pops up. All right, let's take some multi-purpose glue, put it on the back of this, and let's put it on our little circle that we punched out from up above. And then let's put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back to pop that up. So let's just put a couple of those. If you put it at the top and the bottom, then that way it will keep your ribbon in place because it'll be up here and down here. Another little trick to use with our dimensionals. And so let's put this right here. And then I think we are going to put our other flower somewhere up here, although I'm not really liking that orange too much. We might not use that one. Okay, so the sentiments in the stamp set, we have friend, smile, it's your time to shine, the best moments in my life happen with you. I think we will use Smile for this one because we definitely just want to cheer people up right now, don't we? All right, so, well, here's another trick. With our new stamps, the red rubber, the adhesive that they use to keep it on the stamp block is very sticky. So these I have used a lot. They're very well loved, but you can see that it's sticking a little bit. So here is my tip. Take your pick and slide it underneath there, getting underneath that label, and then you can just peel it off. Easy peasy. Okay, so I have the Smile. So I'm going to stamp that in the Pineapple Punch. And actually I'm going to just cut a little 1-inch strip to do that on. Okay, and so I've got my little 1-inch strip, and I'm going to use the triple banner punch because I want one end of this to be indented. So I love the triple banner punch because you can put paper in that's 1 inch, 1.5 inches, or 2 inches, and you can cut a banner easily in one or both ends. So let me show you from the bottom. There's how you get your little banner. Okay, so here we go. Love, love, love. That's one of my most used punches for sure. Use it all the time. All right, so then we want to stamp our Smile on here. I'm going to put it close to the end just because I don't have a lot of room left. Oh, that's so cute. And because this end isn't going to show, I am just going to snip that off. I need to make it a little shorter. Oh, there we go. Isn't that so cute? So I want our ribbon to show. I think I'm going to cut off a little bit more. And that way we can show that yellow ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of the glue. So I only want it to be on this portion right here because that's what's going to be touching the paper. So I'm just going to stick that right there. Isn't that so cute? I love it. Okay, so now let's see, we have two choices here. For the center of our sunflower, we can either use these, or our daisy, I'm sorry, or we have these. I'm really going to miss these. These are retiring as well. Let me see. Oh, I love that. Okay, we're going to use that one. So these have some little adhesive on the back. I believe these are still in stock, so if you want these, you should grab them. Let me see what they are called. Perennial Essence Floral Centers. You need these. Okay, so I like to use my take your pick when I put things in like this. I just put it right on the edge of the adhesive, and then it makes it really easy to put it right where you want it. Okay, there we go. Isn't that so cute? Your neighbor would absolutely love to have that on their door, your friend, whoever you're making it for. Also, because some people don't have the typical doorknob, you could, if you needed to, just cut a slit in the top so that you could put it over the doorknob if it won't just slide over. So I hope you enjoyed this project. I will put the dimensions and the details below. Thanks for watching.